Michelle Trachtenberg said that Joss Whedon wasn't allowed to be alone with her on the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But what actually happened, and where did her career go after her time on that show? Following her 2000 to 2003 run on Buffy, Trachtenberg didn't want to get stuck playing just one character for an indefinite period of time. Though she took on film roles and occasional guest spots on TV shows like 6 Feet Under, she told Entertainment Weekly that she needed a break from the TV grind. Honestly, when I left Buffy, I never thought I'd go back to TV, because I've done it. I'm not a person to repeat myself creativity-wise, and I found TV to be rather stifling, especially Buffy. 3 years as one character, where they're not changing the character and your abilities aren't being tested or challenged, gets very repetitive. She eventually changed her mind, though, joining the cast of Gossip Girl in 2008 for a 6-season run, as well as the NBC medical drama Mercy in 2009, which ran for just 1 season before cancellation, despite Trachtenberg's enthusiasm for the project.
It's really a wonderful, woman, girl power-based show, and we basically try to save lives every day.
Trachtenberg's work in Buffy the Vampire Slayer directly led to offers of significant roles in major motion pictures. But the show's intensive shooting schedule unfortunately prevented Trachtenberg from accepting some roles, such as the lead part in the 2003 drama 13, which instead was played by Evan Rachel Wood. Trachtenberg told Us Weekly, "I was actually supposed to star in that, but I was on Buffy at the time." When 13 director Catherine Hardwicke landed the job helming the film adaptation of the mega best-selling teen vampire novel Twilight, she once again approached Trachtenberg. But when production on the movie began, Trachtenberg again couldn't find the time due to other commitments. Still, she said she didn't necessarily regret passing on the role. There was definitely interest here and there because there's only so few pale girls in Hollywood. I already have Buffy. I've already done the vampire thing. In 2010, while Trachtenberg was playing Georgina Sparks on the teen soap Gossip Girl, show's creators Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage announced that they were in the process of building a show around Trachtenberg where she would play a budding criminologist. The show never happened. 4 years later, Trachtenberg had another chance at TV stardom when she was cast in Save the Date, a sitcom starring psych veteran Maggie Lawson as a woman who had to find a groom after drunkenly booking a wedding venue. The series went to pilot with Trachtenberg cast as her straight-laced sister. Unfortunately, though, Save the Date wasn't picked up to series either. After actor Ray Fisher publicly called out his Justice League director Joss Whedon in 2020 for abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable behavior, numerous actors who had worked with Whedon on Buffy the Vampire Slayer detailed Whedon's toxic presence. Charisma Carpenter wrote, "Joss Whedon abused his power on numerous occasions. It only served to intensify my performance anxiety, disempower me, and alienate me from my peers." Responding to series star Sarah Michelle Gellar posting on Instagram that she no longer wanted to be associated with Whedon, Trachtenberg revealed that following an incident on set, a rule was implemented where Whedon was no longer allowed to be alone with her. She wrote, "This must be known. As a teenager with his not appropriate behavior, very not appropriate. So now people know what Joss did." Trachtenberg made a move into full-length films in the 2010s. Unfortunately, none of them panned out. Filmed in 2007 but shelved until 2011, Trachtenberg's 80s set comedy Take Me Home Tonight made a paltry $7.5 million at the box office. The 2010 action comedy Cop Out, in which Trachtenberg had a not widely publicized supporting role, earned a respectable $55 million but a lowly 18% score on Rotten Tomatoes. At least those films made it to theaters, though. The romantic revenge drama Sexy Evil Genius went straight to DVD in 2013, as did the 2014 sci-fi thriller The Scribbler. The murder mystery Sister Cities also couldn't muster a theatrical release and aired on TV in 2016, following Trachtenberg's 2015 Lifetime original The Christmas Gift. The explosion of streaming television series ushered in a new era of prestige television, leading to career revivals for many stars who landed shows on Netflix, Hulu, or Prime Video. Trachtenberg also hopped aboard the trend, but unfortunately her shows were buried on platforms that failed to take off. Released in 2015, the first season of Guidance starred Trachtenberg as a counselor working with a teenage student to cope with an illicit photo leak. The series aired on Go90, a youth-oriented mobile TV service operated by communications giant Verizon, which shuttered in 2018 after losing millions of dollars. Also in 2018, Trachtenberg voiced Judy Riley in the Facebook Watch animated comedy Human Kind Of for 21 episodes. The show didn't receive a second season, and then parent company Meta closed down its Facebook Watch Originals brand altogether. Human Kind Of isn't the only voice acting role Trachtenberg has taken on, though she hasn't found a lot of success in front of the camera recently other than reprising her role as Georgina Sparks in the 2021 Gossip Girl revival. She's been keeping busy behind the camera. In 2008, she voiced Tika in Dragonlance: Dragons of Autumn Twilight, and her other voice credits include work on the Adult Swim series Supermansion, DC Showcase Jonah Hex, and Marvel's The Superhero Squad show. And she's also voiced characters in 6 episodes of Robot Chicken alongside Buffy the Vampire Slayer co-star Seth Green. And she's also had some success as a writer. Back in 2008, she successfully sold a script about a serial murderer, which helped her land a membership in the Writers Guild of America. And she's also written other projects, including a television pilot about a magazine editor who wants to be a writer, and a sprawling historical drama. She told Entertainment Weekly that her love of writing came from her childhood role in Harriet the Spy. I still have her yellow plastic binoculars that say Harriet the Spy on my library console with different books and memories. I also have the original book by Louise Fitzhugh on my desk to always inspire me. My love of writing came from reading and being Harriet the Spy. Writing changes people's worlds. She also told HuffPost Live that she learned a lot about writing from being on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It was the school of Buffy. I think that's what helped structure me as a writer today.
Trachtenberg began working as a professional actor at the age of 3 and managed to avoid many of the troubles that often befall child actors. Trachtenberg told HuffPost Live, "I'm very lucky I didn't really have pitfalls. I was raised in a very loving and strict way. My mom was really adamant. You ever do a drug in your life, I'll kill you with my bare hands." That tough love guided Trachtenberg, who later said, "I've never done a drug in my life. I value and appreciate my career so much, and this is the rest of my life. This is how I make a living. This is how I pay my bills. This is what I hope to be doing for the next 50 years in longevity. Why would I want to do something to mess it up, to take it all away?" And there's something else she hasn't done: plastic surgery. In 2024, rumors swirled that Trachtenberg, like many of her peers, had sought out cosmetic surgery in an attempt to stay relevant and employable. But she shot down the talk, posting on Instagram, "I've received several comments recently about my appearance. I've never had plastic surgery. I am happy and healthy. Check yourself, haters." The following day, she clarified further, posting again on Instagram to explain that contrary to rumors that she might be dealing with an eating disorder, she was simply aging naturally. Fun fact, this is my face. No malnutrition, no problems. Why do you have to hate? Get a calendar.
Basically, I'm 917,1812 years old.